The officer tried to kick him, just to get him away from him, and he just kept biting him. It was a horrible thing to watch.
This Town of Clay woman watches from her front door as a deputy sheriff is forced to shoot and kill an aggressive pit bull. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, deputies are still searching for the owner of that dog.
They say it first tried to attack a child on Spice Bush Trail in the Town of Clay. That's where News Channel 9's James Gaddis joins us live tonight to tell us more. James?
Well, they're looking for that owner because we're told that pit bull bit that deputy pretty good, and they're hoping to track down the dog's immunization records. Now, we don't know where those two dogs came from, but we do know they ended up on the front lawn of Jessica Chase, who told us today that if not for Deputy Michael Pollan, I should say, someone could have been seriously hurt.
I heard my friend yelling at my son to get in the house, and I heard some dogs barking.
Just back from lunch, these two guys were greeted by two pit bulls, which at first seemed harmless, before one of them got aggressive with the 4-year-old who was rushed inside.
And he says to me, "There's dogs in your front yard," and they just tried to bite me, and I'm like, what?
Chase called 911 as even peeking outside felt too dangerous.
I would open my door, and he would charge the door, barking at the door.
Deputy Michael Pollan arrived, but a call to Clay Animal Control went unanswered. Talking with Chase at the front door, he headed back to his car to make a few more calls when that pit bull made its move.
The police officer just put his hands up, like, "I'm not going to hurt you." Just letting the dog know that he wasn't a threat to him. And then the dog just kept barking at him and then just bit him in the leg and then just kept biting him.
Chase says Deputy Pollan, leaning back against this car for support, tried to repeatedly kick the dog away, but it just kept attacking, forcing him to shoot. Now, I'm told the street was pretty quiet this afternoon, but one neighbor just down the road, she saw those two dogs coming around 2 o'clock as she was getting home from work. That was just minutes before that one pit bull would go on the attack at Chase's house.
And kind of thought it was odd because I know the dogs in the neighborhood, and they weren't any two that I've ever seen before.
A neighborhood that could have been left scarred if not for Deputy Pollan.
The police officer was absolutely 100% awesome with this whole situation, because it could have been my son. Could have been if it wasn't so hot today, and all the kids would have been everywhere, and somebody else would have gotten hurt. I mean, I'm not glad it was him, but I'm glad it was him because he could protect himself. None of us could have protected ourselves against that.
Now, the deputy was treated for those bites. We're told the county health department will be testing the dog for rabies. Now, the other dog, it ran off as soon as those shots were fired and has not been seen since. Now, if you have any information, or if you are the owner of that dog and you're watching tonight, you're asked to call the sheriff's office tonight at 425-2111. Reporting live in the Town of Clay, James Gaddis, News Channel 9.